Am I the only person who feels like there are a lot of brands pretending they're not struggling? And listen, I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know what's really going on with them. But sometimes I just get this feeling, and I know you do too, that brands aren't doing so well. And sometimes we wonder how or why are they still around? Why are they still on the shelves of Sephora? Drugstores? What are you doing here? So I want to talk about and give my opinion, and none of this is based in like figures or facts. It's just kind of my feelings. I'm an empath. No, I'm joking. Feelings I get when I see certain brands and where they're going, and knowing like the beauty space, how many people kind of talk about these brands anymore and how many people don't. Because there's a lot of brands out there that I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot you existed. Before we get into this, please do consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, head over to my Instagram for some exclusive content that you won't see here on YouTube. And let me start. Okay, I've written them down and I put them into categories, right? And let me know your opinions down below. Let me know if I'm being too harsh or if you agree or you've seen something similar. So my first category is they're still alive, they're still going. Maybe they've had a boost, you know, but they're giving zombie energy, right? Like The Walking Dead, which is a great show. The first one, Revolution. I know I always talk about the makeup revolution. They have 9 lives. They just keep going and going and going. Someone's always saving them, rescuing them. You know, it's like, please, when are you going to stop? They're known for making all their, you know, luxury dupes or dupes of products, duping luxury brands for like £4, $4. But what they do in terms of mimicking other products is so saturated. It's such a saturated market. There are literally brands, MCO, who are dedicated to that premise, making more affordable versions of luxury products. So it's not new, it's not exciting anymore. It's not like, oh, I can find something I really wanted for $2, $3. That's no longer interesting. And you know what as well? People are getting less and less interested in fast beauty. You know, a luxury brand brings out a product and then Revolution have made it the week after. I just feel like it's time for brands like this to start doing their own thing. You have the resources to make products. Why don't you make your own? Why don't you make something interesting? Now listen, I don't support the brand in general, and even the new brand that's coming out called something. I mean, at one point they were doing so poorly that the founders like abandoned ship, and now they're back, and now I definitely don't support them because the founders aren't, I don't talk about them. And listen, Revolution sales are dropping. We know that. That's something they've had to tell everyone. Their SKUs, as the products they sell, are slowly going and going and going. This brand is like constantly on resuscitation. You know, it's like, come on now. There's going to be a point where people need to realize the interest for this type of brand is slowly fading out, and it's not a sustainable business plan. You know? Okay, hear me out. I know Morphe have made a bit of a comeback and people do like the products they are bringing back, but they're not at that point of popularity that they used to be. They very much relied on influencers to influence and make people buy their products and make their products popular. And now, although their new products are getting positive results, you just don't hear about them as much as we used to. They had collabs everywhere. Everyone was using them. Everyone was saying it's the best thing they ever used. Which, by the way, back in the day when Morphe used to be in those plastic cases and it had the red M and the white rest of Morphe, and you opened it up, when Crown brushes used to do their palettes, they were so good. I was in love with them. I de-potted them from the palette, melted through every single one of them and put them in my pro kits. I loved the formula. Then they released a few palettes and it really started to go downhill, and I was like, this formula has changed. I can't put my finger on it. It just wasn't as good. And it's this weird feeling of, again, like I said, that zombie, like Morphe in like this limbo where they're not as popular as they used to be. They're not incredibly unpopular either, but I just think their time is coming up again. It's happened already, right? The feeling of going into a store and seeing a Morphe product is like, oh, hi. Like it's somebody you use, like when you used to go to school with someone and then you see them 5-10 years later and you're like, oh, do I say hi? Do I not? Do we have that relationship? You know what I mean? It's kind of awkward. It's like, I'm gonna look at you, but I'm gonna choose to ignore you. And then maybe I'll look you up later online, but I won't follow through with anything. I just don't think what they used to be. I think Morphe have ruined their name for themselves a little bit with like dramas and influencer drama, and then like choosing to fire all their staff with a day's notice. They just absolutely do not have the best reputation. And I personally wouldn't buy anything from them, no matter how great their eyeshadows are or whatever. One drugstore brand that I'm going to put in this category is Revlon. Now, Revlon isn't a drugstore brand we hear a lot about anymore. You know, Max Factor we hear a lot about in the UK and Europe. I know it's not available as much in the US over that way. Maybelline, CoverGirl, another one. Something else. Rimmel, we hear about a lot, but Revlon just kind of goes under the radar. Revlon invented the whole match your lipstick to your nails thing way back in the day. They did file for bankruptcy, right? And then cleared up some debt and then came back. But that's not really their problem. Revlon's products, actually, let me go to their website because I just don't even know Revlon. I have not seen any of these. I don't know about any of these, to come to think of it. They do a lot of hair stuff as well. My God, I don't know what any of these products are. That's crazy. When did you last hear someone speak about Revlon? Do they just not have a budget for advertising, whether that be influencer marketing on the TV? What is going on? Do you work in a salon? I know they do loads of hair stuff, loads of hair tools. Am I missing something out? Are they really popular in the hair world that I don't know about? Google Revlon. Go on your phone right now. Google Revlon. Actually, don't not watch this video. After this video is done, Google Revlon and just look through the images and see if you recognize any of their products. Do you use Revlon yourself? Let me know, because I think they're on their way out. And listen, I'm rooting for them. They're a classic brand, but maybe let's do something exciting. Maybe let's do something new, because where are you? You don't think about them when it comes to makeup and the big names in the drugstore world. One that's more skincare than makeup is The Body Shop. I was walking, where was I the other week? And I was walking through the street and I saw The Body Shop and I was like, didn't you die? Didn't you RIP? Like, wasn't all Body Shop closing down? Didn't they close their pyramid scheme section of The Body Shop? Listen, they don't have that unique selling point anymore of being cruelty free or being earthy or anything like that, especially because wasn't it found out that some of this stuff wasn't so much cruelty free or earthy? I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. I don't really have much to say about this one, but The Body Shop is one of those brands where, again, it feels like they haven't caught up with the times. It gives Avon, right? Like, yeah, you're still around and maybe a certain generation of people use you, but that's the same audience that still use Avon. And I know Avon are trying to be kind of like, you know, brand new and going into drugstores and stuff like that, but it's just not working out. The Body Shop is something where I think if it went, not a lot of us would miss it. A few of us would be like, oh, I remember The Body Shop, and then be like, oh well. There's other options. Okay, this section is brands that there's no like telltale signs they're going under, right? But I'm side-eyeing them, I'm watching them, I'm keeping my eyes and ears out because something just doesn't feel right. And they may look like they're thriving and doing new things. My hair's a mess, but something is off. Glossier. Okay, listen, yeah, they're releasing new things. Yeah. Glossier is very millennial cool girl starter pack. You know what I mean? The Cloud Paint, the Balm.com. You couldn't scroll Instagram in when was that time? 2016, without seeing someone talk about Glossier. You remember that pink pouch, the like bubble wrap pouch? I actually loved them. I thought it was really good. I desperately wanted a pink pouch. But the deal is, they built their empire, their brand, on a very particular aesthetic. I can never say that word, I'm so sorry. And those kind of vibes, those kind of like clean girl vibes don't last forever, and they aren't for everyone. And I feel like when TikTok came into fashion, it kind of made the beauty industry more on, or what people were buying, more about the performance of a product. We're testing this, not just on the aesthetic of a brand. Like, oh, this is what I want to be as a person. Glossier. And I know a lot of the beauty industry doesn't always rely on what the internet is doing, but a lot of it, probably more than not, comes from how people see that brand online. They're not bankrupt yet, and I don't even know if they're going that way, but the vibes I'm getting from them is like a band from the 90s doing a comeback tour. Not very many people care, but the fans of a band are like, oh my God, this is so cool. You know what I mean? One more other brand I put in this section was Estee Lauder. And I'm talking about Estee Lauder in general, the conglomerate, the umbrella. So MAC, Estee Lauder, Clinique, Tom Ford, La Mer, all these brands that sit under the Estee Lauder umbrella. I did a whole video, it's called The Curse of Estee Lauder, and I just feel like a lot of brands that were with Estee Lauder aren't doing as well or have completely gone, like Becca, for example. MAC seem to be climbing their way out of a hole and releasing some really exciting things that I have loved, and I feel like MAC is getting back to MAC. I wish somebody would buy MAC out from Estee Lauder, but that's going to be billions, right? Like Estee Lauder aren't going to let that one go easy. US sales have kind of softened up a little bit, and China, where they used to be incredibly popular, especially Estee Lauder, the brand Estee Lauder within the Asian market was so popular. The sales haven't done as well or rebounded as well as they would have hoped. And I don't think the danger with Estee Lauder in general and all their brands is bankruptcy, or, you know, they're not going to make so much money, but it gives auntie vibes, right? What foundation does your auntie use? Estee Lauder Double Wear, MAC Studio Fix. And listen, there's nothing wrong with being an auntie. I'm auntie uncle age, but you know that vibe of like, oh yeah, my auntie uses it. It's like, again, like Avon. No one wants to use Avon. That's for people, that's for your grandmother. It's not, but people do stereotype brands. The brand isn't dead. The conglomerate isn't dead. They are in danger of fading into irrelevancy, in my opinion. And here's why. I mean, all the brands I've mentioned, here's why I think they're not doing so well. A lot of them have too much debt. That's something that I find really interesting. I've heard a lot about these brands through commentary videos, beauty commentary videos. Jen Loves, for example, always covering Revolution, because they're always doing some bullshit. And like over expansion, especially with a brand like Revolution, where they're trying to do too many things, too many SKUs, and it's constant, trying to meet the standards, trying to make the newest product, trying to make the latest craze of product. You know what I mean? Whether that be bronzing drops, which we didn't really do this summer, did we? I can't remember. I think we did. What's everyone doing at the moment? That hyperchloric, I can't remember what it's called, thingy spray. Everyone always has to make their own version of something. And that is a constant thing you have to do, because one month something's popular, the next month it isn't. So it's constantly keeping on top of yourself and what you're doing and making sure that what you're doing is popular, but at the same time, chasing that hype. Chasing the hype that you're trying to get from TikTok. But at the same time, you're kind of ruining yourself because you're ignoring your customers, which is another reason. Not every customer wants that fast makeup, fast fashion-esque kind of situation with their brands. They want to slow down a little bit. They want products that are truly meaningful. How long have you been working on this product? Has it been a few months? Has it been a few years? Why did you make this product? Why did you as a brand want to make this product? Is it just because it's popular online? Is it just because you see everyone purchasing it and hyping it up and you want this one product to be purchased within that week and then we're done? The brands that are going to survive this crazy, really fast-paced, over-the-top beauty world we're living in at this moment are the ones who stay focused on their brand identity and are the innovative ones, the people making their own stuff, doing their own stuff. Very niche indie lines or indie brands with amazing hero products will win. That one mascara that does really well, that one blush that everybody loves, not those random like 30 different types of powder that you're releasing because you're trying to keep up with Huda Beauty. You know what I mean? Invent something we want. Invent a foundation that sits really well on oily skin for the whole day. Invent a powder you only have to apply once. Come on, give us something new, give us something exciting, help us here. Those are the brands I think are in danger, you know, on the edge of falling off the cliff, or they've zombified themselves from death. And listen, no shade to those brands. Some of those brands make incredible products. So if you love them, that's great. Maybe stock up now. But listen, bankruptcy doesn't mean bad makeup, right? It just means mismanagement of a brand, mismanagement of money, mismanagement of artistic direction, where you're going with a brand. It doesn't mean the products are terrible. There's been loads of brands that have gone under who had amazing products. Becca, again, for example. Ciate, they're gone, they were great. So now I want to hear from you. What brands do you think are going to vanish within the next, let's give ourselves a timeline, right? What brands do you think are in danger of vanishing within the next year? And what brands do you think are in danger of vanishing within the next 5 to 10 years. We're talking a long time, a process. And which brands would you hoard before they become bankrupt and disappear forever? Let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe as always. Please do follow me over on Instagram. And also I have a beauty blog on Substack. I've just done an article over there on why I'm not mad at Louis Vuitton for selling really expensive products, but why I'm mad for them overcharging for mediocre makeup. Go ahead and give that a read. It's absolutely free to subscribe and read over there. And I will see you very soon. Bye.